Hi everyone and welcome to the 1.7 video. Today we're going to be talking about simple interest. Simple interest is one of two different types of interest. Simple interest is where you pay one flat rate, meaning you pay one amount and it's not dependent on how much you have or have not paid back. You pay on the initial amount that you owe and that you're not paying interest on any unpaid interest. So when you are paying interest upon interest, that's what we call compound interest because it grows much quicker. So here's our simple interest formula. I equals PERT, P-R-T. P is principal, principal. The principal is your starting amount. This is your money. This is the money you either borrow to the bank, right, called an investment, or this is the money you get from the bank. That would be a loan. Okay, so either way, the initial amount of money put forth is called the principal. The next part of the formula is R, the percent as a decimal, and that's super important. Okay, it needs to be a decimal. And then last but not least, we have our time in years. Okay, so if, for example, we only do this for 6 months, 6 months would be half a year, T would be 1/2. Okay, so it's important to remember that we have 12 months and we have 365 days in a year. Okay, so if you don't remember that, even if you do, it might be a good thing to write down on your note page. Let's go through some examples. Suppose you put $1,000 into an investment. That means I'm putting $1,000 into the bank. This is my money. That's the money I'm putting in. Okay, so if I think about my I equals PRT, this money is what I'm going to put in for the P. That's the amount I'm investing. The interest rate means percent, is 5%. 5% as a decimal is 0.05. That's what I'm putting in here. Okay, and then T, time. How much simple interest would you make in 1 year? This 1 is what I'm going to put in for my T. So that means my interest is equal to 1,000 times 0.05 times 1. And on my calculator, I can put all of that in there. So I'm going to put 1,000 times 0.05 times 1. And so what that means when I get $50 out is that if I put $1,000 in the bank for 1 year at 5%, I would make $50 interest. What is a simple interest on the principal invested at a rate of 6% for 3 months? So I'm going to copy down my equation, PRT. I'm looking for money. The money is the principal. This is the investment. So that goes here. Then I look for the percent. I need to find the percent amount. That, as a decimal, which is 0.06, goes here. Then my time, 3 months. Well, if I have 12 months in a year, I need to do 3 divided by 12. So on my calculator, I'm going to do 2,500 or 2,500 times 0.06 times 3 divided by 12. And I got 3,750. So that means this loan at 6% for 3 months would give me $37.50 interest. Animal Instinct, a pet shop borrows, so this is money that they owe. They borrow this much. Now I'm looking for my percent. Here is my percent. 5 1/4. 1/4 as a decimal is 0.25. 5.25%. Remember, when we want to make it into a decimal, we move 1, 2 to the left. My decimal would be 0.0525, and we're paying for 90 days. Okay, so 90 days out of the 365 we typically have. So 6,500 times 0.0525, and then I have 90 out of the 365 days in a year. So if we look at the interest, this is the extra money. Interest is extra money. So the extra money this loan owes is $84.14. Okay, so since they borrowed, right? They borrowed. They took money from the bank. So if they took money, they owe this much and this much. So to get my total amount that I have to pay the bank, my total, I'm going to take 6,500 and add $84.14. If I add all that together, that means this business owes this much money. Okay, so here's a good practice example. I give you a principal amount, a rate, and time. So remember, for each of these, we're going to be using our equation, and we're calculating the simple interest. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and change all of my percentages to decimals. So this will be 0.03, 0.048, and the next one I'm going to use my calculator for. So I need to convert 3/8 to a decimal first. So I do 3 divided by 8, and then I'm going to add 5. So if this is 5.375%, and I go 1, 2 to the left, 0.05375. Okay, so to calculate my interest on each one of these, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and multiply all of them. So I get 1,200 times 0.03 times 1. My simple interest is $36. Next one, $500 at 4.8% for 1/2 a year. 1/2 is decimals 0.5. If you don't remember that, you can put those in parentheses. So we get 12. And last but not least, change my color. We're going to do $25,000 at 0.05375 times 1/4. $335.94, because the 7 makes the 3 go up. This would be $335.94. All of these are money. I should put money labels on there. Okay, a few more examples and then we'll be done. To pay for a shipment of lawn furniture, Patio by Design borrows, so this is their money that they're borrowing. They borrow $8,000 at 9.75%, so there's my percentage, for 60 days. There's my time. Okay, so if we think about our equation is I equals P times R times T. Okay, my P, my principal, my money is 8,000. My percent as a decimal. Okay, so we need to convert 3/4 to a decimal. You can use your calculator if you'd like. 3/4 of a decimal is 7/5, so I have 9.75, and I move 1, 2. So that would be 0.0975, and then my time, I have 60 days. So since there are 365 days in a year, I'm going to put 60 over 365. This will give me my interest. This will give me my additional money I owe the bank. So if I have $8,000 times 0.0975 times 60 divided by 365, my interest is $128.22 because the 9 makes the 1 round up. So one more time, $128.22. So This is the interest due, the total amount. To get the total amount, I'm going to add my two money amounts together. So my total is going to be $8,128.22. Why don't you go ahead and try this one on your own, pause the video, see if you can set up your equation, and then when you think you've got it, go ahead and resume the video. Okay, so hopefully you've taken a time to try this. Remember, we're using this equation. When I look at my money, okay, we invested, meaning I put in the bank, so this is going to be good money, the money I make. So this is $4,300. My rate is 4%, so 4% as a decimal is 0.04. And then I have 9 months. So 9 out of 12 months. On my calculator, I do $4,300 times 0.04 times 9 over 12. And that would be a total interest of $129. I'm going to double check that I copied that right. So that means if I was to actually put this money in a bank, I would make $129. Okay, one last example. We are going to borrow the money, so this is money that we owe, and then we have our rate, and then we have time. Okay, we're always looking for those three things because I is equal to P times R times T. So my P, I'm going to take and put that in there. My rate, and then my time. Because it gave me in days, I'm going to divide by 365, and that will give me my final interest. So this is the extra money I'm going to owe the bank for borrowing money I didn't have. They owe $11.84. Oops, that got a little messy. Let me neaten that up a little bit. $11.84. And always double check that we copied it down right. The 5 makes the 3 go up. That's why I wrote 84, not 83. So this is the amount of interest. That's the amount of interest due. To get the total amount, okay, to get the total amount, I need to add my two monies together. So my total, the bill that I have to pay is $3,611.84.